In this video, the awful truth about college, which of course I haven't done these in a while. Doesn't matter, it's not like they're getting watched a lot. But anyways, what to expect after college, after you graduate, you get that job. What can you expect? You know, first off, for those of you that are social justice warriors, you know you're in your college, you do your protesting and you get people fired because you don't like their opinions and their views, and you have to have your safe spaces and your trigger words. You guys, I hate to use this word, but you guys are fucked. I'm going to try to put an article in the description of somebody who pretty much gets screwed. Well, he screwed himself. You know, he's one of those, social justice warrior types. He gets a job in the real world, loses a job like that because he wanted them to change their dress code. When you get a real job, they are not going to change for you. They will not. Okay? Your boss cares about that money. And no matter what you say, what you believe, what you think, you are not changing that. You get away with it at school, your professors fill your head with all these little nonsense. Go ahead and keep believing it. But when you get in that real world, you're screwed. Okay? That's why I tell you, work while you're in college. That will help cure you of some of that nonsense they're putting in your skull. And I say work on campus, but also volunteer, volunteer in soup kitchens, volunteer anywhere, hospitals, anywhere where you're dealing with people. I can guarantee you that will change those little views, those extreme views. Because freedom of speech means you listen to what other people say, and then, you say what you have to. Then you don't argue and scream. You give counter examples, counter proofs. And of course they'll say, well, there are always consequences, and they mean, they're allowed to use violence and stuff. Yeah, and guess what? That violence is called assault. Sorry. Assault and battery, you go to prison. You see all these people, they spit and throw urine. So if you're that type of person, you think that's acceptable, you think yelling and screaming to get your way, getting people fired, causing people problems, going to people's videos and giving them thumbs downs because you don't agree with them and all this other nonsense, you got a rude awakening after college. Now let's move on from that. Now, your job. What type of job can you really expect? Are you going to get a job in your major? Well, how hard and how long it takes you to get a job depends on what you majored in. If you did something stupid like women's studies or something like that, good luck. If you're an art or music major, if you love art and music, good for you, but you might have a hard time getting a job. Do something like education or business too. Always take a business. My opinion, I believe that you should take a business class. You can go to Barnes and Nobles. There's an ebook you could download called The Awful Truth About College. What you need to know. And download that if you would like. I mean, you should. But if you're a science major, you may still have no matter what your major is, you may have a harder time than others. If you're African American, you have an easier time to get a job. Okay, I have worked at HBCUs for over 15 years, several of them. I've worked on African Americans and minorities. Trust me. I don't care what your teachers, what they're filling your head with. Of course, you hear different stuff if you work at HBCU. It's easier for African Americans, minorities, and women to get a job. Look at the medical schools, for example. Look at their students. You'll see one or two white guys, the rest are females and minorities. And it's like that graduate school, all that stuff. It's like that. That's just how it is. Unfortunately, they don't care about how qualified you are anymore. And if you work at HBCU or any type of colleges like that are geared for minorities, they'll specifically tell you that when they are on the board to determine who goes to graduate school, medical school, or any of this stuff, that they are specifically told you have to allow the African Americans in first. If you're African American, you're pretty much guaranteed a job if you major in a STEM field. Whether you like STEM or not, there's a lot of varieties. Nursing, there's physical therapy, all these things. Do that stuff. Getting a job after college is difficult. You may have to work retail or some nonsense like that. You might not have to. I don't guarantee you one way or the other. I'm not you. I don't know what you are doing. And it doesn't take much to be smarter than I am. But I do know that after college, you could end up, not going anywhere really. You may have a decent education and know a whole lot about your field and a whole bunch of other stuff because you read so many freaking books. So you know a lot of stuff. Because I have read books, you know, supporting my views and against my views. I suggest you do that. Read books on things you don't agree with. That way you learn more about that stuff. You'd be surprised. That's how you become well-rounded. Okay? Not just if you're a liberal or a Democrat, reading books that support your liberal views. Or if you're a conservative or Republican, reading books that support your conservative or Republican views. Don't be that person that does that. That's stupid. Okay? You're one-sided. You have no clue what you're talking about. And trust me, you have no clue what you're talking about. You really don't know what the other side thinks except for what you're being told. And what you're being told is lies. Some of the quotes you're hearing from some of the people on the other side are doctored up. So it's not a true quote. What else do you expect after college? You might have to live with your parents or parent. Save money during college. Work during college. Read some of my, watch some of my other videos. Please do that. They will help you. I mean, I may be a stupid person. I admit to that I'm stupid. But come on. I think I know a lot more about what I'm talking about than you may think. You need to work if it means taking a few hours because you do not want to live with your parents. And you may have to take a lower paying job and work your way up. Don't expect to be making the big bucks as soon as you graduate. Okay? Don't expect that. A lot of people, they go to college, they think they're going to be so rich and well off. Good luck. Even if you're in STEM field. Good luck. Okay? Those people of the higher ups, they care about this. Money. Money, 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 money. More in their pockets. Not yours. They do not care. And you can protest, complain, have rallies, and honk your horn, and spit in people's face, throw urine on people. Do all that stuff. Go ahead. You'll end up in prison and lose your job. Well, you'll lose your job and then go to prison. That stuff may work in college. They may allow you to get away with that, but they will not allow you to get away with that in the real world. That social justice warrior stuff does not work. Trust me. And I want to say one thing about African Americans. I prefer working around them than I do white people. Sorry. I just have to throw that in. It's just they're more pleasant to be around. But be very, very careful. Watch as many videos, read as many books as you can to learn what the real world is going to be like. It ain't like college. You're insulated. Your professors, especially those that are in the humanities and social sciences and stuff like that, a lot of them, their whole life was in college. So they don't know what the real world is. So they're going to tell you, all of them are liberals. So they're only going to tell you the liberal viewpoint. And let me tell you something, liberals are not right about everything. And conservatives are not either. And conservatives are not as evil as you're being told they are. And liberals, if you're a conservative, are not as evil as you've been hearing. Feel free to like, subscribe, feel free to watch any of my other videos, feel free to leave a comment. Thanks.